Hey, what's up guys, Yusuf from TechDroids and welcome back to the channel. And today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the new OnePlus 9 Pro. This is their flagship for 2021. This is the best that OnePlus has to offer right now. And in today's video, we're going to be unboxing the OnePlus 9 Pro, taking a look at the box contents and how's the experience. But also we'll be taking a look at the 9 Pro in all the three colors. So the pine green, the morning mist, as well as the stellar black, and showing you guys a difference between the three colors and how they behave in different lighting conditions. So basically a color comparison, and I'll also give you guys my honest verdict on the 9 Pro. We'll take a look at everything it has to offer, from its performance to the new Hasselblad collaborated cameras, and basically everything you need to know about the 9 Pro. And towards the end, I'll tell you guys if you should buy this phone or not, or if it's worth your money. But with that being said, let's get started. Alright, so starting off the unboxing experience of the OnePlus 9 Pro, taking a look at the box, it's very similar to last year, but this time around you have the OnePlus 9 Pro 5G branding. Below that you have the Hasselblad logo, and towards the sides as well, but it's pretty similar to last year. And taking that lid off, you're greeted with the phone first, and this is the morning mist color of the OnePlus 9 Pro. Taking that plastic off and peeling that sticker, this is a really nice and attractive finish, but it's also glossy, so you know it's going to take a lot of fingerprints and scratches very easily. But if you can keep it clean and just right out of the box, it looks really nice. Then you have the small box that contains your documentation, and this is again your quick start guide, your safety information about the Red Cable Club and how you can join it. And then you have this case, which is really nice in my opinion. It's color matched to the color you buy. So if you buy the morning mist, you'll get this one. If you buy the black phone, you'll get a different case. And if you get the pine green, you'll get a different case. And I really like this. It's not transparent, but adds a little more protection, a little more grip, but also some personality to the phone. And you can get other cases from OnePlus officially, so that's going to be there. You can get their carbon fiber, or you can get their sandstone finishes. So if you're interested in some other finish, you can get that from OnePlus officially, but out of the box, this will get the job done. And there's also a flap on the USB Type-C port, just to protect it from water or something. Then you have the 65-watt warp charger, which in my opinion is really nice. It's really fast, and the OnePlus 9 Pro also has 50-watt wireless charging if you get their official charger, that is. But again, out of the box, just including this charger in 2021 is amazing. And you have the signature red color OnePlus Type-C to Type-C cable, and this is also really nice, helps in that super fast charging. But in my opinion, that's pretty much it for the unboxing experience, and it's really nice. It's better than the iPhones and the Samsungs this year, and you get the most amount of accessories inside the box. But now let's talk about the OnePlus 9 Pro itself. Alright, so starting off with the OnePlus 9 Pro and talking about its design, build quality and hardware, it's a new refreshing design in my opinion. Although it's carried over from their previous designs like the OnePlus 8T from last year, there is a new look on the back, and there's this dual layer camera bump because there's two levels to it. It's the camera lenses first, and then you have the camera cutout itself. And towards the front, it's very similar to last year. So you have thin bezels, small hole punch for the front camera, that's 16 megapixels, and then you have all display. And it's a really good one. We'll talk about the display and the specifications later on. But again, hardware, I really like the buttons on this phone. They're very tactile, the alert slider as well. And the haptics on this phone, the vibration motor, it's also really good. And let's say you're doing things like increasing the volume or brightness. Wherever there's a slider in the settings of the phone, you will get a customized feedback, and that's really nice. I like the haptics. Although it's not the same on the OnePlus 9 and the 9R, the 9 Pro at least nails it. And I would have loved for OnePlus to do it, the uniform way and keep it same for all the devices. It's understandable they're giving it to the expensive phone all these small nitty-gritty features. But apart from that, it's a really nice looking phone, and there is three colorways this time around. So you've got the pine green, the morning mist, and the stellar black. The morning mist being the glossy phone, and it's also got that matte to mirror finish, like frosty to mirror finish. And this is the only glossy phone out of the three colors, and it does take scratches and fingerprints very easily. It's gonna get smudged up very easily. You can put on the case, and you can keep the pristine finish for however long you want. You can slap a skin on the phone if you wanted to. But the pine green and the stellar black are also not bad colorways. Although the morning mist has to be very attractive, has to be the best looking phone out of the three, at least on first glance you're gonna be like, I want that. But again, it's not the most durable in day-to-day life. The pine green is just matte, really smooth texture, and I really like it. It doesn't show fingerprints and scratches that easily, and it's just a really safe day-to-day finish, I would say, if you're really a rough user or something like that. And then there's the stellar black finish, which has that grainy sandstone finish. Now it's not very hard, you cannot feel it. If you just run your fingers over the back of the phone, you'll be able to feel a little bit of the grains. You can see it more than you can feel it. That's what I'm trying to say. And again, it's really smooth and it does have a really nice experience in my opinion. So if you're a fan of the black color, you can definitely check out the Stellar Black. And again guys, I'll be doing like a very detailed color comparison video as well, but for this review, that's pretty much it. But again, a color comparison will be out on the channel, so you guys can check that out. Now moving on to the display of the phone, you've got a 6.7 inch Quad HD Plus display. Now again, this is their Fluid AMOLED 2.0 display, so you've got 120 Hz. And that's really smooth in my opinion. You've got 360 Hertz, touch sampling rate, so your touch response is going to be really good. And this is a LTPO panel, so you can conserve battery. It can go from 1 Hertz to 120 Hertz. So depending upon what's on the screen, it can change. You've got HDR. You've also got Widevine L1 certification. The colors are good. The display gets really bright. And for watching videos, for movies, games, basically any sort of content and media consumption, I really like this display. It's up there with the iPhones and the Galaxies of the world, and it can definitely compete because it is a Samsung panel. So in terms of the display, I really don't have an issue here. It is slightly curved as well, if you like slightly curved displays. If you're a fan of flat displays, you can check out other devices, but again, this has got that slight curve, and coupled with the thin bezels, it makes it for a very immersive experience in my opinion. Now, the specs that are powering that display are going to be the Snapdragon 888 chip. That's going to be the flagship for this year. You've got 8 or 12 gigabytes of RAM, 128 or 256 gigabytes of storage. That is going to be really fast storage, so UFS 3.2. And you've also got a 4500 mAh battery. I'd love to see 5000, but again, with the 65 watt wired charging and the 50 watt wireless charging by using their wireless charger, is just amazing. You can top up really quickly even if you drain the phone really fast. If you're a power user, you just have to plug in the phone for like 15 minutes, take a snack or something, and the phone will be charged for the next few hours for you to use. So that's really nice. But again, for the 50 watt wireless charging, you'll have to get OnePlus's official charger, so that's a catch there. But again, it's only $70, so I think it's a good deal. Now, talking about the software on this phone, you've got Android 11 out of the box, and you've also got Oxygen OS, which is pretty much close to stock. There's no bloatware. It's really smooth. There's Google features. There's OnePlus specific features added as well. So, and they're really hidden in the UI. They're not really like shoved up your face. You have to use it kind of thing. If you want to, you'll be able to find it, but if you don't, we'll just stay where we are. It's a very clean and minimal and smooth and fast software experience. So if you're into just heavy usage, if you multitask a lot, the Oxygen OS has to be a best bet. And if you like to multitask a lot or just do a whole lot on your phone, Oxygen OS is a really good option in my opinion, and you do get speedy Android updates as well. So OnePlus has been good with that as well. And another feature that's worth mentioning is going to be the IP68 water resistance. So a splash of water, or if you take it out in the rain and if the phone gets wet, like, it shouldn't be a problem, so don't worry about it. And finally, now let's get to the part of the phone that everyone is excited about, that OnePlus hyped up so much before the launch, on the launch event itself, and even after the launch. They're just behind it, pushing it to people. The camera system on the OnePlus 9 Pro in collaboration with Hasselblad, the Swedish camera legend. And you've got two big sensors on the back. So the ultra wide is a 50 megapixel, the main is a 48 megapixel. Then you've also got an 8 megapixel 3x telephoto and a macro camera. And I feel the phone has three solid cameras. The macro isn't that really useful. I don't think a lot of people take macro photos. It's there, it's appreciated, but we won't be focusing a lot on the macro camera itself. And you've also got a 16 megapixel selfie shooter. Now, here are some camera samples that I took indoors, and that's under good lighting. And you can see a lot of detail. Colors are good, true to life. There's not a lot of saturation, not a lot of post-processing. The pictures turn out to be good. They're pretty bright. The dynamic range is good. There's enough detail, but that's under good lighting. And even outdoors, you'll get really good dynamic range. And you do have the nightscape mode as well. So night sight or nightscape, whatever you want to call it, it's a night mode that works really well. So in my opinion, the cameras are good, better than last year, but they're not what OnePlus or Hasselblad would tell you. They're not what the marketing terms would tell you. It's good. It's a really nice smartphone camera system, but it's not the best out there. It's nothing, mind-blowing. It's nothing revolutionary. It's just good. And it can compete with the iPhones and the S21 Ultras out there. But that's pretty much it. That's my 2 cents. The camera app itself is really nice in my opinion as well. You've got a lot of modes, a lot of control, and it's fast. Like OnePlus's camera system is really fast. Like the time it takes for you to open the app and click the photo is good. It's pretty fast, and you will, mostly never miss a shot, unlike on the Samsung phones and stuff like that, where there's a little bit of delay. But apart from that, The front camera, the rear camera is good. Here are some of the samples. Let me know if you guys want like a detailed camera review or something. I'll try to work on that. But apart from that, that's pretty much it. Like, we've spoken performance, display, battery life, cameras, software, the extra features that it has. Now talking about the pricing. You do have a $969 price tag for the base variant, and even in India it's around 65,000 rupees. There's 3 colors and 2 variants. So there's the 8GB and the 12GB RAM variant with 128 to 256GB of storage. Now which one should you go for? I'd say the 8GB RAM and 128GB storage is good enough for most people. But let's say you have the extra money to spend, or if you want a specific color, you can go with the 12GB RAM and 256GB of storage, because there is no expansion here. So if you want more storage, you'll have to get it when you're purchasing the phone. Now, talking about my conclusion, it is still slightly cheaper compared to the Samsung and the iPhones of the world. Again, let's say you're comparing it to their flagships like the S21 Ultra or the iPhone 12 Pro Max. It is slightly cheaper, and the value you get for that price is good. The price of performance, the bang for the buck is still there, but OnePlus is slowly creeping upwards into that $1,000 plus price range, and after that they can't really compromise or cut corners. This might be one of their last phones that you might be like, all right, if this is not good, it's okay, because it's still slightly cheaper. But next year, if they increase like $50 or $100, I think they'll have to really give it their best shot. Again, pun intended. But the OnePlus 9 Pro, in my opinion, is a solid recommendation if you're looking for a phone under $1,000 that checks all the boxes, has that overall complete package kind of feel. And you also can consider the OnePlus 9 and the 9R if you want something slightly cheaper and you don't mind the things that you're going to be losing out on, like the build quality, the cameras, the display, and stuff like that. But if you want to save money, the 9R and the 9 would be your best options. But let's say you have the extra cash, the 9 Pro is a good option as well. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you had fun. If you did, then go ahead and smash the like button and let me know in the comments down below what do you think about the OnePlus 9 Pro, the camera samples, the 3 colors, which one will you get? Again, there'll be a detailed camera comparison video out on the channel very soon. But apart from that, guys, my name has been Yusuf. You guys have been awesome. Stay awesome, keep smiling, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.